when India is undertaking a massive outreach to put its point across to the world on the back of Operation Sindhu, our opposition is asking the wrong questions. Questions that are designed to weaken India's moral case by hyphenating it with Pakistan. The first blow has been struck by calling EAM, or the External Affairs Minister S. Shankar, a traitor for this remark. Listen to this remark.
Start of the operation, we had sent a message to Pakistan saying we are striking at terrorist infrastructure, we are not striking at the military, so the military has an option of standing out and not interfering in this process. They chose not to take that good advice.
Now viewers, the entire Congress ecosystem has pounced on three words: at the start of. At the start of the operation, we had sent a message to Pakistan. Now the entire opposition Congress-led ecosystem says that Dr. Shankar has committed treason by tipping off the Pakistani military establishment about India's plans and thereby exposing the armed forces to losses. Rahul Gandhi says, informing Pakistan. Now remember, they say that EM said at the start of Operation Sindhu. So he says, Rahul Gandhi says, informing Pakistan at the start of our attack was a crime. Shankar has publicly admitted that government did it. Who authorized it? How many aircraft did our Air Force lose as a result? Aditya Thackeray has come out and said, Shankar said we informed Pakistan beforehand about the attack. Isn't this treachery? The India bloc, viewers, is refusing to let it go despite the MEA issuing a clarification on record. The MEA said, External Affairs Minister stated that we had warned Pakistan at the start that India will retaliate to any escalation, which is clearly the early phase after Operation Sindhu's commencement. This is being falsely represented as being before the commencement, unquote. At the start, he meant generically, viewers, saying that at the very beginning, we told them that, look, you have done what you have done in Pahalgam. Our response, and even the Prime Minister said, will be against your armed forces. Will not be against your armed forces, but will be against the terror infrastructure. How does that translate into a betrayal, treachery? I don't know. Has the opposition any sense they would have heard what India's DGMO had to say? In fact, the EM statement is a facsimile of what the military has put out. Listen.
Being well aware and familiar with the congenital and impulsive nature of our adversary, and even though we did attempt to reach out and communicate our compulsions to strike at the heart of terror to my counterpart in the immediate wake of Operation Sindhu, the request was brusquely turned down, with an intimation that a severe response was inevitable and in the offing. We were, of course, prepared.
With an intimation that a severe response was inevitable and in the offing. Shockingly, this facile controversy has only served Pakistan's interest, that has splashed Rahul Gandhi's statements to suggest that India exaggerated its military achievements to cover for its own substantial losses. Of course, this isn't the first time the Congress ecosystem and the Pakistani state put themselves echoing each other, viewers. On 370, they mirrored each other. That was the statement. The Congress said, protested against abrogation, Pakistan campaigned for its restoration. Balakot strike, Pakistan denied that India's Balakot strike was successful. Congress said nothing happened in Balakot. Surgical strike couldn't be seen. On CA, Pakistan slammed the NDA legislation, calling it discriminatory against Indian Muslims. Congress intoned, CA is patently discriminatory against Muslims. It must go. Let me open this up, viewers. There's a fifth column, people would say, in this country. We don't have to look beyond for enemies. There's a fifth column in this country. And there is, of course, can you believe it, viewers? A Shiv Sena leader who has come out and said that India's decision to send its diplomats all over the world to build a case in different global capitals is, and you won't believe what they said, viewers. They said, okay, one second. What are you holding up?
No, this is the MOU because of which Rahul Gandhi is exactly doing
okay, I'm coming to that. Yes. You know what they said, viewers? It was a waste of time. They said, it's all optics. They said, it is a tamasha. So I want to ask C.S. Jha, leader of the Shiv Sena UBT, sir, speaking up for your country, speaking up for India, how is that a waste of time? How is it a tamasha? How is it a waste of, how is it tourism? To quote Sanjay Raut, how is it tourism? What do you want us to do?
See, the first thing is that the opposition completely supported this government when the Operation Sindhu was launched.
Sir, I'm asking you, please tell me, Sanjay Raut came out and said that this is tourism by another name. You know what he has said. Should I play out the soundbite? Should I bring it out for you? Mr. Jha, can't you take a position in your national interest, or you don't want to support your country?
See, we always support our country in every
How is
sphere.
Sanjay Raut saying that this is tourism?
And
Can you
if
imagine, viewers, today Pakistan is looking for every way to steal a march over India, to convince the global capitals of the world, to convince the world that India is a transgressor of international law. And what are we doing? We are sending out our teams, 7 or 8 teams, to convince the world that do not believe Pakistani propaganda. Pakistan has got away, and we are being proactive. And tomorrow, Pakistanis will say, even the Indian leaders say this is tourism. They have nothing to say. They're going to cook up lies.
It's a very clear thing because
Mr. Jha, do you agree with this statement? Yes or no? Please take a position tonight. I don't like people who sit on the... No, I'm asking you, take a position. Do you think Sanjay Raut is right? That this was... Excuse me, sir, if you support the government so much, if you support the country so much, why are you calling an outreach program tourism?
Yes, it's a tourism. It's a tourism. If you say so, it's a tourism. Why I should explain it? Why I should explain it? Because the thing is that the LOP had called for an emergency parliamentary meeting. And this emergency parliamentary meeting was called
for what, sir? What is it that has not been told to you?
What has happened in Operation Sindhu?
You have seen the photographs. It has been the most transparent exposition. You have had the DGMOs, not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 of them. Excuse me, Mr. Jha. I want you to tell me, you believe this is tourism? You believe this is tourism? Mr. Bhandari, what are you doing? This is tourism. This is tourism, Mr. Bhandari.
What is happening, Rahul? What is happening is...
You know what he's going to say next? Oh, we have great envoys in these foreign capitals. Why aren't they doing their job? Why are ministers being rushed? Why are MPs being rushed? This is what they're going to say.
General Bipin Rawat spoke about 2.5 front war. This is exactly what he was speaking about. I am saying something extremely serious. What the Rahul Gandhi-led Indian opposition is doing, it is very strategic. It is doing what Pakistan and China wants it. It wants to shift the narrative away from India's victory towards India's fictitious losses. Please note, Rahul, the entire world right now is of this global consensus that India has defeated and smashed Pakistan. Not one international expert is disagreeing with this. At this moment, if the leader of opposition, who is quoted in the Pakistani media, is the Pakistani media poster boy, would end up getting more votes in Pakistan than in India, is saying something which is exactly being parroted by the Pakistanis at a critical time when the entire global consensus is with India. Who sits with Ilhan Omar here? Who's with an anti-India element, Ilhan Omar? Whose statement has been quoted by Pakistan and UNHRC? He has been quoted by Pakistan and UNHRC, is yet again doing what he always does, weakening India's collective sovereignty and collective resolve at a time when the world is with India. Because for them, Rahul, enemy is a misunderstood friend.
One second. Look at the pictures. Viewers, just a minute. Mr. Jha, 1 second. This is Ilhan Omar, viewers. This lady dressed in black. And she is right now with Rahul Gandhi there in a kurta. Now, viewers, Ilhan Omar is a person who actually says that India has illegally occupied Kashmir. What does the leader of the opposition have to do with someone like that? I don't understand.
Pannu?
1 second. I don't know about Pannu. I'm talking about Ilhan Omar because there's photographic evidence of the two of them in the same row.
No, Pannu echoed Rahul Gandhi's
There is also
statement.
another individual.
Even
there's also
like
another.
Pannu.
there's also another individual.
Hafiz Saeed praised the Congress party.
Let me just hang on. Ashutosh Mishra, you had a problem taking a position in the last debate. I'm asking you tonight. Is this tourism? And if it isn't tourism, can you tell me why an ally of the Congress party, a very principled ally of the Congress party, in its own words, it calls itself the most principled party around, the UBT Shiv Sena, and its leaders today are sharing a platform with Rahul Gandhi, with other political parties of the India Alliance. So they have a tie-up with Raga Ahula, who calls Indians going to Kashmir, one second, cultural invaders. And you have another bunch, viewers, who say that India's outreach is tourism. So I want you to explain to me.
Rahul,
One
just
second, let
10
him respond. Let him respond. I'll give you time. No problem. Yes. Mr. Mishra. There's a pattern here, sir. Mr. Mishra, there's a pattern.
Yeah, the pattern here is that the Prime Minister, who does not think he should come to an all-party meeting, is sending an all-party delegation which does not have any representative from the top three opposition parties.
What is he saying?
What are you saying?
Is Shashi
What
Tharoor
is
not
Shashi
from the
Tharoor?
opposition? Is Anand Sharma not from the opposition? What is he saying?
What are you saying?
He's half-read.
The number one,
Is
the
Supriya
number
Sule
one,
not from
the
the
number
opposition?
one political party, opposition political party in seat terms. 100 seats it has got. God alone knows.
99.
God
No.
alone knows.
It's not
God
100.
knows. Okay,
It's 99.
99.
Yes,
God
it's in
alone
double
knows,
digit.
viewers. God alone knows what people saw. But nonetheless, this is a democracy. People are allowed to vote. I just hope that they know what they voted for. They voted for an individual who goes and stands with Ilhan Omar. Votes for an individual who shares a stage with an individual called Aditya Thackeray, who goes out there and says that, oh, the EAM is lying because he misused 3 words. They want to take it literally when he was meaning it generically. Viewers, no, hang on. So I want to ask you, Mr. Please respond. Ashutosh Mishra, please respond.
What is the question?
The question is very straightforward, sir. Isn't there a pattern here of undermining India's
He's
interests?
speechless today.
From
I'm just
Kashmir
telling-
down to...
I'm just telling, and you interrupted me. I was answering that question. So I thought maybe you have a new question. The pattern here is very simple, and I have said it on your show before also, that what you are confusing here is between an Indian Deshbhakt, a nationalist who loves India, and a Modi Andhbhakt who will believe anything what Modi says is true, and anyone
Allow me
who
10 seconds,
talks against Modi is to be painted with this brush of being anti-national. People don't have to prove their nationality. Indians don't have to prove their nationality. Maybe BJP suffered from this because before independence, its idols were all.
Let me tell you, viewers.
20 seconds, Rahul.
One second, just one quick one.
have to
Nationalist, he said.
keep giving this
Nationalist.
up.
Nationalist, viewers. Rahul Gandhi is a nationalist, says Ashutosh Mishra. Rahul Gandhi shares the roof with his brother-in-law, Robert Vadra. Do you know what Robert Vadra said after the Pahalgam attacks, viewers? That this was a result of Hindutva terror. This was a backlash to Hindutva terror. So you gave viewers completely a clean chit to Pak-sponsored terrorism. No wonder the Pakistanis are saying the Indian attacks on them are illegal, unlawful, unprovoked, faked, or on a fake basis, manufactured evidence. Because you have enough people from that family. Viewers, Priyanka Gandhi Vadra wore the bag of Palestine into parliament. Palestine has taken an anti-India position. The only country that has taken a overtly pro-India position is Israel. If they are such nationalists, would they wear Israel bag on their backs and go to parliament? No, viewers, they won't.
Rahul.
They won't. Yeah, very quickly. Yes, I want to bring in Rajat Sethi.
Hafiz Saeed is a terrorist. And this Hafiz Saeed praises the Congress party and says that he speaks to the Congress party. So is it nationalist of the Congress party to be praised by the global terrorist and India's biggest terrorist, Hafiz Saeed? And I'll tell you exactly the logic of Congress party is similar, that when George W. Bush, when Osama bin Laden attacked US on 9/11 and he globally declared that we will go after Osama bin Laden, as per Rahul Gandhi's caricature, miniature logic and a churlish logic, he said George Bush would have called Osama bin Laden saying कि मैं आ रहा हूँ मारने के लिए तुम छुप जाओ. This is exactly what Rahul Gandhi is saying. A Prime Minister has told the world that we'll go after Pakistan. And I'm telling you, we will also take the head of Masood Azhar and
Rajat Sethi.
You know, Rahul, you were asking about what is that pattern. The pattern is that whenever our country is in crisis, you know, you have a very, very set format of cognitive malfunction that happens to all the opposition leaders in the same pattern. Rahul Gandhi, then you'll see the ilk of UBT's Skyen, all of these princelings who have not done an iota for this country. They have this collective malfunctioning of their grey cells together, wherein they can't even comprehend a basic sentence. Now, let me tell this straight to Rahul Gandhi. I know for sure, and you can call it that I'm warning and I'm an international and warning Pakistan. If tomorrow, if Pakistan attempts to do another terrorist strike, we will again go back and again try and attack their terror bases. Now, how is this statement going in warning the Pakistanis? I mean, you need to have basic common sense. I mean, we're not even expecting anything more deeper from you. You have been shredded. This party, this grand old party has now been cornered in the entire country. It is exactly
but I have to say one thing.
Whenever it comes to national interest, they will show their real faces. And all these people sitting on a television show who will give away their own sense of comprehension just to save this idiot.
Well, that's why I said.
That's the whole problem.
India needs to make this malign ecosystem accountable. This is no longer about influence, bad influence, good influence. This is about the country's sovereignty. It has to stop, viewers. This has to stop. Yeah. We have to call it out for what it is. You have people in the Congress party. You had Rahul Gandhi who stood with an individual who is in jail even as we speak, because in JNU who got up and said that Afzal Guru's hanging was a judicial execution.
Umar Khalid
is still in jail, not getting any reprieve from the courts.